Our next speaker is Mr. Milind Samant from Alchem Laboratories. Over to you, Milind.
So first of all, many thanks to the Policy Times for arranging this session, and again a special thanks for calling me for this event. We all are aware about the extended producer responsibility. We have discussed a lot. In pharmaceutical sector, maybe you can say a tablet manufacturing or a capsule manufacturing or maybe the ointment. Like other industries, plastic gets pushed in a market or pushed in the society as part of our packaging, product packaging. And after usage of a drug, this plastic packing material becomes a waste, and which is now getting addressed under the EPR. Of course, industry is trying a lot for the alternatives, such as biodegradable plastic or the green alternatives. But being a highly regulated sector, maybe the FDA regulations, national and international standards, we are and other techno-commercial challenges is right now it's a little bit difficult and it may take some long time cost. And out of this packing material, the cost of plastic waste material was roughly 1,060 million, which is roughly 29.1% of my total packing material, or you can say roughly 5% of my raw material and packing material what we have procured. In pharmaceutical sector, in entire process of a manufacturing or maybe the product cycle, plastic gets generated specifically at 3 stages. The first stage is after consumption of a raw material or use of any article. Specifically, after the use of a raw material, the plastic gets generated just like a plastic carboys, HDP drums, plastic bags, wrappers, something like that. It will get generated after use of a raw material or maybe the articles. The second point of generation is during the manufacturing or the packing process of a product. During the production or the packing, some waste always gets generated. And third is waste which gets generated after use of my product by a consumer, such as the product wrapper or maybe the empty carton, empty bottle, as well as sometimes it's expired medicines or expired products. These are get generated as a waste. Even before implementation of EPR mechanism for channelizing the recycling for first two categories plastic waste, which will get generated and get handled at our manufacturing facilities, was in existence. At each manufacturing facility, authorized scrap dealers were engaged and plastic waste used to get channelized through them. And we have continued this same practice. As well as the authorized scrap dealers has been engaged, as well as we have entered up with a agreement with the few agencies for discarding our expired medicines, or as well as reduction of a plastic. We have already started a conscious action for reducing the usage of our plastic in our operations wherever feasible. We are reducing the plastic consumption. For example, specifically in the batch process during every changeover, because again we are having a batch process. After every product or every batch, we need to do some changeovers, and again we need to set the equipments or align the equipments or product lines for packing of the new material. So during that setup process, there will be always some waste gets generated as a trials and all these things. And now we have given, as a part of our commitment towards sustainability, we have given targets to my packing team as well as my manufacturing team for reduction of this type of wastages. We are again initially we are targeting for 1% of waste reduction, and then slowly we'll move on. For the plastic which gets generated or gets introduced in a domestic market as a part of a packing material, we have established a mechanism which is aligned with the requirements specified by the regulations, which is authorized by an authority, and they are providing us a service on a pan-India basis for collection, channelization, and recycling of a plastic waste. They are having a presence and network across the country, and awarded by again Policy Times, Swachh Bharat, Economic Times for best recycling and waste management. And this is working well. Last year, we have channelized and recycled approximately 2,000 tons of plastic waste through them. On the part of a challenge, what I see is specifically the lack of awareness in the society about the channelizing the waste. not only in our case of the tablet strip or maybe the liquid bottle. What I have been seeing that the users, after consuming the product, they are not putting even the waste cans in a proper trash bins. Even local scrap dealers, like we are calling normally as the raddiwalas, they refuse to take few items which can be easily get recycled. And one of the main reason, what I think, is that they are not aware about how to deal with it, or in their views, it may be not a commercial viable to purchase it from the customer. So my urge to the government agencies and all others that apart from creating the robust mechanism to recycle the waste, what we need is we need to come up with the more ideas and we need to give more thrust on advertising of the waste channelization and recycling to make our society aware and cautious about it. We need to sensitize our society to take a conscious decision, and I am sure that together we can make it happen. With this, I am concluding my presentation here. Thanks for patient listening, and once again, thanks to Policy Times for arranging this session and giving me opportunity to speak. Thanks once again.